Listen, we are back. We are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And, honey, I am back in the building. Listen, and this time, honey, we are back to talk about why Maurice and Kimmi's marriage is worse than the Holt's. I know you didn't think you would see that coming, honey, okay? But I'm going to explain why, okay? After this past episode and this fool, Maurice, talk about the refrigerator was locked up at home. Yeah, your parents had a lot of kids and they didn't want you niggas eating up all the food, all the pig feet, all the hog maws, all the collard greens, okay? I want some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. Shout out to Pops, honey. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon. That is my baby. I love me some John Witherspoon. And I wanted to see him before, he passed. I really wanted to see him and I had to work. So I struggle with that, right? Because I really wanted to see him live. I've saw Paul Mooney live. I've saw Monique. I have saw some more. Who else? I've seen the peoples, honey. I love me a good comedy show. Okay? I love me a good comedy show. I got to get back into that. Oh, Lavelle Crawford. I've seen him. He roasted my ass. Then tried to get my damn number. He's handsome, though. I got to give it to him. For him to be a big guy, he is handsome. And I would have went out with him. We could have ate a bucket of chicken. Okay? Look, Miss Robinson won't discriminate when it comes to the food, honey. Okay, it's just in the bedroom. I ain't trying to, look, I ain't trying to do all of that with you. But he's handsome. He really is. Trying to holler at Miss Robinson. I don't blame him, no. Okay. He was like, baby, I was just playing. I said, you embarrassed me in front of all these people and I don't appreciate that. I wish I would have worked his damn wallet, honey. Okay. Look, let me hold something, okay? And preferably cash, nigga. You embarrassed me. I was so embarrassed. I had this big ass flower in my damn... We had me and my friend, we had talked with the venue, and I was like, oh, it's a comedy show, I can't be in the front because they're gonna get me. And they was like, no, he's been going so easy. This joker lit me and my friend up. I'm talking about that damn Lavelle Crawford just tore our ass up, put us in lowest terms, baby. But we love you, Lavelle. We love you and we forgive you, honey. Now, let's get back to these niggas, Maurice and Marceau. Child, are these the last niggas on the planet? This is what y'all married? And Tisha and Kimmi, they thought they had them some good men, Savannah. These niggas are horrible. Okay, they just as bad as Martell, if not worse to me. Okay. Especially Maurice. Maurice need all this damn sex. And he talking about he was embarrassed coming up as a kid because they would have company. There would be a lock on the refrigerator door. It was a boundary, nigga. That's why these niggas don't got no boundaries now. Okay, we got Latifah. She over there begging Marceau to get her office done. He gets everything else done but that. He keeps telling her she need to trust him. And it's just like, girl, you know he is the captain of your ship. I don't know why you be playing, Latifah. Okay? Y'all marriage is not equal, honey. Marceau is in charge of the girls. Preferably you. Especially you, girl. Okay? He is in charge of the girls. Did y'all hear that scene? He talking about he just need Tisha to hug him. I said, hug? I was thinking more like lifting up your damn hand and look, giving him 5 across his damn lips. What Fred used to say. Okay, that's what that nigga need, a hug. And her dumb ass up there hugging him. Oh, me poor baby. Oh, I'll try to attend to your need. I wouldn't attend to shit. Y'all ain't burning the food yet? Okay, y'all ain't disappearing on these niggas yet. When is y'all gonna take the advice that Miss Robinson give you about these niggas? Okay, told you they ain't no good. They little chuckies, little buddies. Listen, Marceau had me laughing though, because he had mentioned to Tisha in his confessional. He said, "Yeah, I ain't turning nothing down but my collar." That damn Marceau, at least with him, there's some kind of comic relief with him. So I don't know. I still can't stand either him or Maurice, but at least with Marceau, he's funny, right? There's a little something there. Maurice is just sad because Maurice is the worst type of man because he plays, okay, like he's normal, like he's like an actor. Like he will go to therapy and still act as if, ACT, as if he's taking in everything that they are saying to him, right? So he will act like it, but you won't see a change. Because it's like, Kimmi, you done already been to therapy with this nigga. You ain't seen no changes yet, okay? Just a fool. Just an idiot. Okay, what the Nigerians say? Idiot. Yeah, it's just... Then we also see this scene with Maurice and Kimmi. They're talking about the kids and how Monster can't get the car because he has not improved upon his grades. Maurice says Monster is very different than him. He wants to be like Jalen. Kimmi says he's not willing to put in the work like Jalen. Well, then he ain't trying to be like Jalen then, because he gonna need to put in the work. And Maurice, this is your son, nigga. This is your son. It's your problem, technically. You need to, get your son up on the good foot. And he don't need to be driving. He don't need to be like, I don't think that you should just give him the keys to the car just for his grades to be good. His grades should be good just cause, not because you need to, reward him. You know what I'm saying? Like with a vehicle. No, that is the bare minimum shit of what we expect. We expect the damn grades to be good. Y'all is not parenting these children the right kind of way. I don't know what the hell y'all doing on here and down to the Married to Medicine. Niggas getting Teslas. He wouldn't get shit. As to be on that damn bus, he will be so humble. You gotta take it from him. And you got Simone over there crying, but she still does not vote for herself, you guys. She is still just, giving to these boys too much, buying new cars. The nigga done spent $60,000 on a credit card. What the hell is he buying? Okay? Shit. So, yeah. You keep taking care of all these niggas. Okay, it's a mess. And it's so sad because it's a reminder that when you partner with some of these black men, you're not getting a partner, you're getting a man child. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're getting like a son that you have to raise, and I know a lot about this, unfortunately, because I would have to redirect Brother Tuckers and tell them this is not your past. This is not you coming up. A lot of men like to use their childhood as a way to escape responsibility for the things that they should be doing now in their marriages and relationships. So they will say, oh, I was deprived of love. I don't know how to do it. Listen, there was a lot of shit my mother did not teach me, but I knew to instill it in my daughter. So you can change some of these generational patterns. You have to be conscious of what you are doing. Okay, and you have to be aware of why you need to do it, or you will repeat past generational trauma. And that is what a lot of these men do. They will cry and whine, oh, my dad wasn't around. And then you still end up being the dad that wasn't around. Okay, you become just like what you claim you hate. And Maurice, you talking about your dad was in prison and what he go to jail for? Why y'all ain't talking about that? Shit, that's what we need to talk about. Sticky fingers? What was going on? Why was he in prison? But yeah, y'all parents did a number on y'all. They did a number on you and Marceau. We had Nell and Chris. Chris Fletcher asked Nell, what's the problem with you and Letitia? And she said, the problem with me and Tisha is you and Marceau. And y'all issues, it spilled on over to us. But Nell, what you have to understand is Latifah does not want anybody to question her marriage. She doesn't want anybody questioning Marceau's faithfulness to her. She wants to live in a delusion. Okay? But meanwhile, right, because she's a hypocrite, it was okay for her to bully and harass Mel about Ariane and throw that lady up in Melody's face every other day and remind her that Martell didn't love her and he cheated on her and he got the side chick pregnant and he bought her a BMW. That was okay. So what you're dealing with Latifah is double standards. She could dish it, but she damn sure can't take it. And she loves acting like this poor perpetual victim when really she's the villain. And there, unfortunately, are a lot of Latifahs out in the world. Okay? They throw rocks and then they try to hide their hands. They have a false sense of self. I told y'all the bitch got imposter syndrome. She don't know who she is. Okay? She's a coward. No, I'm not being mean, you guys. I'm just calling it like I see it. Okay, I told y'all I know a few women like Latifah Scott. And they never take any accountability for their bad behavior and for how they treat others. They think that because they are insecure, it's like a rite of passage to treat people badly. Okay? So Latifah is dysfunctional. She's destructive. That ghetto ass mammy is back on here to fight her damn battles. She can't even handle Nell on her own. In the next episode, we hear and see Nell and Miss Wanda going back and forth. I hope Miss Nell don't pop her. Okay, pull a Evelyn Lozada, pop her with her pocketbook, honey. Y'all remember when Evelyn squeezed that clutch in on Jennifer and hit her? Best child. But let's see what the people think about the episode. But yeah, I didn't really get much from the episode. I just got Maurice begging for more sex, saying that bullshit about, I could lie down longer than you could stand up. What type of shiggity is that? Wanting all this unnecessary ass sex. Who working? Who paying the bills while you asking for all this damn sex? Okay? So, Kimmi girl, he expect for you to make all the money. He expect for you to roll over and take it. And you taking it. You are like over here negotiating your sense of value with this man. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have to do that with your husband. This right here, this show is the reason why I don't want or need to be married. I don't need to be going through this. What's understood don't need to be explained. I wouldn't be going through this with this nigga. Like, your woman, you idiot, Maurice. You could get more sex out of your woman by being a soft place for her to land. You literally have to motivate a woman to take her clothes off. Foreplay is not just before the sex. It's like you surprising her with lunch, surprising her with a new car, you like giving her the whole week off. Okay, you sending her out on vacation by herself. Hell, since you such a fucking headache, okay, just send me by myself, goddammit. you doing different things to remind her that you're thinking about her. You're putting her first. You're not putting more on her plate. You are taking things off. Being a true partner outside of sex. Okay? You gotta do this shit outside of sex. Intimacy, it's not sex. It's before sex. Okay? Cooking her breakfast in bed, or like having food delivered to the house. Anything you can do to make life easier for her, not adding on more stress and wanting more. Okay? Like, what the hell is the fucking problem? Why do you need to be told this? I don't know why Kimmi got so much patience with you. She's not a bad looking woman, but Kimmi, I think Kimmi would do better with somebody. I don't know though, because a lot of men, even if they older, they immature as hell. But I don't know. She just needs somebody that has more emotional maturity. He admitted that he lacks that, and you lack that real bad. Okay? But yeah, like all this, I just need to be in the bed 5 and 6 times a day. That is so unrealistic. That is unrealistic. To me, that's scary. I would be scared about, like, who did I commit my life to? That's not fair to you, Kimmi. You're not in any position to do all of that. And then he's not interested in giving you what you want. And you're still asking him, well, that doesn't sound right. Listen to what's coming out of his mouth, because that's, what you're going to see with their behavior. So, yeah, he knows all these niggas. Trust me, they know all the right things to do to get you, right? They don't want to keep doing it after they get you. That's what it is. That's what it be a lot of the time. They get lazy and they feel like, oh, I already got you. Oh, I already conquered her. Oh, this. But, what did Joe say? The singer, what's old to you is just like new to the next man, which you won't do for her. She will find somebody else who can. You don't want to lose on the best thing you ever had. So you better take it from me. You're going to end up being a lonely man. How long will it be until you treat her like your queen? How long will it take? Okay, until she starts coming home real late. Okay, how long will it be? Okay, y'all get my point. You get my drift, but nigga, please. Nigga, please. Honey, girl, Kimmi, girl. Kimmi, you better start, when your man is acting like this, stop talking to him. Stop talking and go into action. Disappear. Ignore them text messages. Same way they ignoring your needs. You have to give these niggas a dose of your own medicine. That way they know how it feels. Okay? They have to know how it feels. I know I've talked to many a man and they will tell me, man, I didn't see what I put her through until she did something. And it's bad. You got to do that, you guys. Okay? It's bad. You got to do that. But you have to start ignoring him because he knows all the right shit to do. He just don't want to do it. He just wants you in a position of begging. Okay, compromising your standards, your values. Okay, negotiating. Okay, that's what, he's a lawyer, a liora, right? He's a lawyer. Hell, I wouldn't want him representing me. Shit. It's okay, selfish and narcissistic like that. Couldn't be my lawyer. That's what makes it worse. He's like literally leading with his profession, right? So, yeah. So, and I notice how when he's asked questions, he doesn't directly answer them. He finds a way to skirt around the issue. He's just like his brother. They got that shit bad. They got that shit bad. I believe them niggas went on many a scavenger hunts, okay? And they be trying to make us go on scavenger hunts to get the truth. And the truth needs no proof. How you doing, honey? But yeah, Kimmi, if you don't start, y'all have to stop talking to me. When talking is not helping, you got to go into action. Okay? And don't give me that shit. Oh, they don't want to be mean. Sometimes you got to be mean. People always ask me, why you so mean? I bet I get what the fuck I want. Okay? Because I don't be playing with the people. I done told you once. I done told you twice. Next time, I ain't gonna be so nice. Listen. Okay? You gotta stop talking to people. They hear you. They just don't want to comply. That's how a lot of men are. That's why they all of a sudden want to work on their behavior. Once you leave them, step out. Once, you stop taking their calls, they get their shit together then. But when you're begging them all up in therapy, why is he like this, doc? Why? Okay. So, yeah, stop all that shit. That'll save you a few dollars. Shit. Save you a lot of money. Stop asking why. Okay? Stop asking why. You need to go into solution mode, Kimmi. And Latifah. Latifah damn sure ain't gonna do it, but, there's that. So, let's see what the people think about this. One person says, get Kiowa on the line, because if he's treating Kimmi this way, he probably did the same thing to her, which is why she stepped out. Absolutely. He a hood bugger. He a hood bugger, and he ain't no good, and he did Kiowa the same way he doing Kimmi. Okay?
Shut up. That man got the right to want sex 6 and 7 times per day. Kimmi need to put out, okay? She better pay attention to what happened to Melody. And my boy stepped out because Melody refused to be a real woman and step up to the plate and serve my boy. Absolutely not, Miss Marlene. I'm not stepping up to no damn plate. Okay? I got out of the burning house. I see Tisha and Kimmi, they are still in theirs. Absolutely.
Ooh. Y'all know I had to break y'all off for the 2026 leasing. Another person, the Scott men take every opportunity to embarrass their wives. Neither one of them are quality men. No, and then you got Marceau, because he over there dealing with dingbat Latifah. Yeah, it really makes me upset that, you're not confident in me. That means, bitch, don't say nothing, don't think nothing. I'm going to make all the decisions. That's what that is. Just shut up. Remember what he told her when her mother was into it with Melody? You don't have the right to even have an opinion about this. It was basically shut the fuck up and get back to work. I'm steering the damn boat. Y'all remember when they did that exercise with Dr. Francis? And she running out of breath because she's trying to carry Marceau. Remember when they had them chain their ankles together? And then Kimmi and Maurice was over there struggling. She didn't trust him to lead. He damn sure wouldn't take her lead, so they struggled. But Latifah and Marceau, they ended up winning the exercise. I don't know why. Shit, it was given 12 years a slave, goddammit, okay? But, yeah. No, ma'am. That was a false win. They shouldn't have won that. She was carrying that nigga. Okay, and then me and Marcel, and she brought it up again on this episode. Yeah, you would think I would know after 19 years of marriage. I was like, bitch, that ain't no flex. That's a flaw. That's fugazi. Okay? Blink if you need help, sis. Okay, that ain't. After 30 years of being, in a burning house. Yeah. Finish it off. Okay? Like, girl, stop playing with us. But, yeah. But yeah, y'all heard what the person said. We see why Kiowa had to step out. See, the niggas, they don't like when the women step out. It's okay for them to do that. And they will make it seem like she's the worst person ever. But look at how you treat her. Look at how you treat her. And how he's doing Kimmi is how he did Kiowa. Except Kiowa said, not today and tomorrow don't look good either. Leafy. Okay? I'm going to bring another motherfucker up in this house. And Maurice probably thought because he was light-skinned, honey, it wouldn't happen. But shit, don't nobody care about that. That don't pay the bills. That don't make her feel good at night, Lizzie. Okay? So, child, it is a mess. Another person, I know Kimmi regrets marrying Maurice. She gave up her career. He doesn't respect Kimmi. He doesn't respect himself. A lot of these men, they don't have good relationships with themselves. And if they don't have a good one with themselves and they got all this childhood trauma that they refuse to heal, but they want to keep bringing it up and using it as an excuse for their poor, shitty behavior towards their wives, listen. Another person, Maurice is manipulative AF, and not even the therapist took him to task for the things he was saying. They even went so far as praising him. He's disgusting. Yeah, he is. Another person, Kimmi and Tisha are miserable and desperate. The amount of sad truths they admitted further proves how envious they were of Mel. Yeah, they really was envious of her, once she got out of the burning house. Because if you notice, they kept trying to talk to her about the very person that was bringing her down, Martell. Well, how you and Martell doing? Here go Kimmi. Well, he a good guy. He stopped being a good guy once he started dragging Kimmi's ass. And Latifah, remember, she was at Melody's single release party for Telltale Signs, talking about Melody participated in male bashing of Martell because of writing Telltale Signs. It's like, bitch, it's autobiographical. The shit really happened to her. Who better to sing the damn song? He did cheat. He did lie. He did get a bitch pregnant. He did all the things. And this pick-me princess, Latifah, she said, yeah, that's male bashing. You tore that man down. You even had Marceau. Oh, why she's talking about my guy like that? Is he your guy now? Now that he done dragged y'all ass? Do y'all see how these Scots all of a sudden have a difference of opinion when it comes to Martell? But it took him, right? It took him to snake them. Other than that, none of them understood Melody's pain, okay? Which is a mess. Another person says a lot of people that are hypersexual, it often signifies that they were sexually abused. Yeah, even certain women that I've heard that have been RAPED'd, they go one or two ways. I believe I was watching Unsung with Tammy Terrell, and she, that was done to her, and she ended up becoming like hypersexual as a result of, of that happening to her coming up. So some women may shy away, right? They may shy away from sex and relationships, or it could take another turn. And we see with a lot of men that were, that may like men, a lot of that happens due to, a man, being inappropriate with them as a child. That's like where a lot of that starts, right? So yeah, it's like, it's really like sad. It's serious, like, because I know that he has some underlying issues because of the hypersexuality. I know that that's something else that he's covering up, right? And what's sad is he's not even challenging himself. He's not even like, saying, hey, this doesn't sound right. This doesn't feel right. I need help when it comes to this. It looked like he needs to talk to some type of therapist about a possible alleged sexual addiction. That's what he would want to talk about, but he doesn't want help with that. Okay, he doesn't want to put a button on that. He doesn't want a solution to that. He just wants to keep, his damn hand out, asking Kimmi, can he hold something? Okay. Another person says kids replicate what they see their parents do. Maurice talks too much with his speeches, but doesn't do enough. Yeah, he is one of those people. He talks a lot and then it doesn't connect. It does not land, especially with me. The son can see Kimmi doing everything from the finances to cooking to cleaning, parenting. Why would Monster respect his father? Yeah, why would he? And it's sad because, Kimmi is going out sad. And it's bad. I know a lot of y'all don't feel bad for her, because of how she treated Melody. A lot of this stuff is karma for these people. But it's very, pathetic, though, to, watch her and Latifah. Another person says, Kimmi and Tisha are so pathetic. They need to follow Mel's example and drop these cheating men. You deserve better. Yeah. And then that's another thing with him possibly having a sexual addiction. Those men will cheat because they feel like they need all this sex. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're not giving it to him, so he got to get it from somewhere. I mean, that's his mind state. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. Oh, somebody else agrees with me. Let's be clear. Maurice cannot have this mentality about sex and actually be monogamous. There you go. Boom. That part. Kimmi is a fool and Maurice is trash. That man sees you as a refrigerator. Get off my screen, sir. Not a refrigerator. Not a refrigerator, honey. I felt like the therapist was being too nice with him. I would have told his ass, get your ass up out of my office. Okay? Another person, Marceau treats Tisha like a child. That's why Marceau loved this one, his one-on-ones with Mel. She stimulates his mind and goes toe-to-toe with his ass. He liked that shit. He would even take Melody's side over Latifah, and y'all know that made Latifah's head spin around, honey. It's a mess. So, yeah. Ooh, child, they said Maurice is the real monster. He is. Why you calling your damn son monster, goddammit, when he got it from you? It starts at home. It starts with the parents. Let's move on to, really quickly, let me talk about Ananza Sim. She married Matt Barnes. Girl, you got away from him. Why did you marry that fool? I do not understand that. You was on Evelyn Lozada's podcast talking about how y'all broke up. You a single woman. You all about loving yourself, having self-respect. And you married that nigga. What the hell wrong with you? What is wrong with her? Beautiful. That's Beverly Johnson's daughter, you guys. She was a plus-size model. Just like Lisa Ray's daughter, Kai. But yeah, beautiful woman, and you over there. And he done sent some woman all these thousands of dollars online, and you keep having the same fucking issues out of this man. Girl, it's a shame, because Ananza is beautiful. But honey, ooh child, it's a shame. These women want to be in these burning houses, honey. You get a burning house. You get a burning house. Oh, let's get to Miss Married to Medicine, honey. Let's get to Miss Married to Medicine. Maurice, really quickly, he had talked about how I guess some family members gave him some nasty magazines to look at, and that kept him going and motivated when he was denied food and all this other shit. And child, I ain't got time for that people under the stairs bullshiggity. Okay, I ain't got time. Honey. Let's get to Miss Married to Medicine. I told y'all Eugene was a simp. I told y'all Toya can talk to him any kind of way, and he will find a way to blame everybody but Toya. I told y'all. But do you listen? Angel had mentioned that, I guess Toya is going to be hooking her up with a doctor. She says her picker is off. She says she feels like she picks bad men. I would take a look at yourself and figure out why you picked what you picked at the time that you picked. This is what a lot of women do wrong. And I know there will be women that are allergic to accountability because they feel like just because a nigga is around, they need to entertain him. No. Okay? And no, I'm not blaming you for how badly somebody treated you. I'm just saying be honest about who you was at the time. Because maybe your self-esteem was a little bit off. Maybe you felt like he was all you could get. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of us, we need to have a real conversation with ourselves. And don't get me wrong, honey. Trying to pick the right nigga is one hell of a task, okay? I'm not here to say that it's easy. But you can't change men, though. All you can do is change yourself. So I would go a little bit deeper as to, what was really going on with you, right? When you picked out what you picked out. Because maybe you wasn't on top of your game. Maybe you were struggling financially and you wanted him to pay bills and you kind of got with him, for that reason, and you stayed a little bit too long, okay? Because, you was looking for him to pick up the slack in your life in some type of way. So I think that Angel needs to look within, deeply within, honey. Okay. I like her though. I do like her on the show. I like that they are extending the medical field, and they have nurses on here. What does Brandy do? I forgot exactly what she does. You guys put it in I think she does like Botox and stuff like that. I like that they are like extending the branches of like working in medicine and, in different ways. I really like that instead of this OBGYN, and, I like Mimi and her profession. So yeah. Something else I need to clear up. So Heavenly had told Toya, she did tell Toya on the text to tell Eugene Happy Father's Day, do it on camera, because all you do, you embarrass him on camera, so the least you could do is clean it up. Heavenly was not wrong when she said that at all. And for Toya to get so upset, and for Brandy to be like, yeah, but that was shady, and listen. Heavenly told Toya something that she needed to hear. Okay? Toya needs to hear that. Simone needs to tell Toya, since she the only one that can get through to Toya. Same way with Jackie and Heavenly, because y'all notice once Jackie started talking on that episode, Heavenly was listening like Daddy was speaking, right? Damon. But yeah, the problem is Toya. There was no accountability the whole damn episode. Well, I shouldn't allow people to pull me into mess. Blaming other people, and your nigga set up there and allowed you to do it. Then you got his ass, Eugene. Okay? He got his ass in his confessional. Yeah, me and Toya, we're not phony, we're not fake. First off, so because the other couples have respectful relationships in front of company, they're being fake. Excuse me? See, there's no accountability on his end too. That's why y'all can miss me with this. Eugene is such a good man. I would want a Eugene. No, the fuck you won't. No, you don't. Because he's not going to hold you accountable. He's not going to keep you honest. He's not going to cause you to grow and have better behavior towards people. Toya is a child and she has tantrums, and Eugene gives into the tantrums. You saw it when he did most of the fucking apologizing for some shit she did. He named when they were playing pool, he named about 10 things he did wrong. This bitch dragged and could barely get out 2 to 3 things she did wrong. Eugene had to give her a look to redirect her ass to take some sort of accountability, because it ain't in the bitch. Okay, I said it. But yeah, I was looking at Toya like, yeah, Eugene is not a good mate for you. And Eugene can't figure out for the life of him why Toya don't respect him. You don't respect yourself. You don't put your foot down. There's no boundaries with the finances. You allow this lady to go purchase a $3 million home while you work your ass into an early grave, knowing damn well if this show goes away tomorrow, y'all won't be able to afford it. And like Heavenly said, bitch, I'm still in my house, in the same house I had 20 years ago. Y'all the one moving around like y'all some damn nomads, making excuses for why you gotta move. And you sit up here, Eugene, and you play into it. You placate her bad decision making. So, it's a mess. And I don't want to hear this shit about, well, Toya's the breadwinner and she should decide. Even when Eugene was the breadwinner, she still made bad decisions with his money. So he's not good for her long term. It looks like it on the surface. He seems like, I'm not gonna lie, I like a man that could cook. Okay, so Eugene would probably be able to get me with a nice plate, child. Okay, but look, that's about it. I would look for my other needs elsewhere. But yeah, then Eugene does this thing, and I'm so glad Curtis called his ass out. I'm so sick of like content creators that, I don't know, it's like y'all don't allow certain points to land because you don't like the person. When people see Curtis, they just see that he cheated on Jackie. He made a great point when he said, I don't talk to Jackie crazy. Damon don't talk to Heavenly crazy. They don't talk to us crazy. I don't know why he brought Scott and Contessa in it, child. They do talk to each other crazy. But, like, Eugene, hold your wife accountable, sir. He didn't want to do that. He just, and I hope they get on his ass, him and Toya, at that reunion. Stop letting these brother Tuckers skate by. Okay? Keep letting them walk on by like Isaac Hayes, child. It's a mess. But, yeah. Okay? It's a fool. It's like, Eugene, what the hell is wrong with you? So, yeah. Oh, really quickly about Real Housewives of Potomac. Oh my God. I love how Angel is treating Giselle and Ashley. I love how she stopped both. I love the room that she gave Giselle and Ashley. Put them in the twin beds, honey. I know that's right. But is it me, you guys? Because I was getting a little scared. I said, where's my goddamn blanket? Angel just seems kind of scary, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying this from her, but it's getting kind of scary. Like, it's very premeditated. She was like, yeah, I'm going to get these bitches back. Shout out to Monique Samuels for telling her, girl, you throwing fun shade. It's cool. You wanted to get back at them for how they treated you. Just own it, But, it took Monique to say that for Angel to own it, But, and then we have Giselle. She out here with Robin. They respond to Charisse down to the Carlos King. And Giselle said that Charisse never mentioned on camera that it bothered her. But Giselle, it shouldn't have never been brought up on camera as far as her son. And Ashley shouldn't be messing with that boy because she's been knowing him since he was a kid. Teenager, I don't give a damn. She should see him as a nephew. Not for somebody for her to hook up with. Ashley has no boundaries. She has no ethics, decorum, morals, values, ethics. She has none of it. Okay? And it's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, I'm with Charisse. And I'm with Carlos because I was thinking this too. Now y'all have a show. Now that this shit then came out with Ashley and Charisse's son, and you got how Charisse feel. And I loved everything that Charisse said. I loved it. I felt like it was true. That Giselle and Ashley sit up in a laboratory and they come up with storylines for everybody but themselves. I believe that that's true. Giselle, you are upset that the truth hurts, okay? But Giselle is all up in her feelings now, like, oh, well, I'm never going to allow her to film with me. Girl, listen, if it wasn't for Charisse, you wouldn't have a job. Because Charisse is technically the Nene Leakes of the show as far as getting all the girls on there. So you better play your cards wisely. They gonna ask Charisse to come back in some type of capacity, you guys. I could see it. I want the cast to be Giselle, Ashley, bring Robin back part-time. Charisse, I want Monique, get rid of everybody else. Jazzy, Kiana could go, and I want the old girls. I think you got a real show if you just stick with the old crew. You got Charisse and Monique, they still got issues, unresolved issues. The problem with Potomac is it's missing reality. That's why they try to concoct all this bullshit to keep it up off of themselves. That's why Giselle produces the way that she produces. Okay? So, yeah, I think now that Charisse put all of that out there, and Charisse, you need to ask your son, did he actually sleep with Ashley? You do need to get some clarification, okay, about that before you go to the reunion. You should have had it before you did your interview with Carlos. But I think that they need to hire Charisse back. They need to have the same cast they had season 3. Even throw Karen in there. Get rid of Tia. I like Tia, but I don't know. Maybe she could be friend of the show. Everybody else could be a friend of the show, right? But yeah, I think Potomac needs to get the old crew back together. Because now you have some real storylines. Okay? Oh, really quickly, back to Married to Medicine. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. Toya, you brought up Heavenly Son on that little text thread. Okay? You you mentioned, yeah, my kids are good. They're not in trouble. You was trying to take a dig at Heavenly's son. And for you to play victim and for Brandy and Angel to defend you was disgusting to me. Don't y'all come on Married to Medicine being up Toya's ass and acting like Eugene and sitting up here, you know, just seeing everything her way and not holding her accountable and responsible for her behavior. She started with Heavenly and Heavenly had the right to finish it. Bitch, don't bring up my kids. What did Nene tell Sheree? Okay, don't you ever talk about my son. Okay, plenty of kids out here is getting DUIs. They got drug issues. Okay. Y'all remember how she said, and I'm no better than you, bitch. Don't you ever talk about my son. You better turn into Nene Leaks, Sharice. Okay, and Heavenly, you better turn into Nene Leaks when it come to reading Toya. But yeah, Toya squeezed that in, and it's like ain't nobody holding the bitch. They want to put everything, and it's very lazy, you guys, to put everything off on Heavenly. Heavenly is only friend of the show. She shouldn't even be in all these episodes, she said. She said she only started filming 8 weeks after they did. They was already 8 weeks in. Okay? It's a mess. So, yeah. And Toya, you need to stop being so materialistic and superficial. Where's the college fund? Where are the index funds? Okay, where is the funds and the savings account for when the show ain't on no more? Because y'all probably got a few good years, okay, and you need to save them coins. You or Eugene or both, shit. But yeah, her talking and coming for Heavenly over a fucking purse is stupid to me. And she really feel like she's eating. And you're not, Toya.